Welcome back to Unapologetic Exotical content where the lace gets lifted, the jealousy gets exposed, and the truth gets told in high definition with no angle, no edit, no enhancement needed. Now let's talk about something that happens way too often, the absolute meltdown women have when you're a head-to-toe triple threat stunner. And I'm not talking about the build-a-baddie template, no shade to the surgeons, but I mean a woman whose face card never declines, body snatched without bartering with a BBL doctor, hair that grows like it's on a sugar rush, and a brain sharp enough to slice through their projections. Suddenly, it's quiet, real quiet. The same women who were doing cheerleader routines for mediocrity are on Do Not Disturb when excellence walks in. They'll be screaming "Yes" for a woman who's cutish, but has edges and witness protection, or her bundles are bouncing, but her face card is a prepaid debit. These women will go out of their way to hype someone up right in front of you like it's a distraction tactic. But the moment you walk in glowing like God hand-selected your DNA on his day off, it's cricket season. Matter of fact, it's silent like a freshly glued frontal in a courtroom. And worse, they'll act like they're not hating, while low-key trying to shrink your shine. They'll highlight women who are almost there, because proximity to lack makes them feel better. But the real gag, that girl they're hyping up, has pretty privilege too, just not your kind. They support the woman who's almost because she still lacks something they can point to, feel superior to, or relate to. But you were born with the thing they're still financing on Klarna. You're what they'd be if the Photoshop gods blessed them in real life. They created a fake beauty contest in their head, and you won without entering. So what do? They pick someone less threatening to prop up, always. Let's break this down for the psychology majors in the back. When women enter a room, they don't pick the most stunning woman to praise. Nope. Even if every woman in that room is attractive, they'll subconsciously rank them, and then elevate the one right below the baddest to collectively ice out the top-tier stunner. Why? Because the top dog triggers their insecurity the most. That's why every woman feels hated on, because in every room, envy is scalable. It's the one with the best hair in one room, best skin in another, best style over there. People are jealous of anything that reminds them of what they don't have, even if it's an extra fry in your Happy Meal. Now let's get personal. I'm constantly being compared to women who lack the one thing that most women with even a sprinkle of unambiguous ancestry secretly want the most: the hair. And not just any hair. Real, healthy, luscious, born this way strands they have to buy in bundles. Because while many women are attractive, only a microscopic percentage of them are stunning and have real, healthy, long, soft, bouncy, good hair. And guess what? I'm part of that 0.5%. You think that doesn't make them fume? Please. In other communities, white, Asian, Latina, you rarely see their elite beauties with fried, tragic hair. But in the exotical space, if there's unambiguous ancestry in the mix, let's just say, the armpit strand struggles can sneak in. Not me, though. My hairline, present, my follicles, flourishing, their feelings, hurt. See, when you walk in and you're not lacking, not in face, not in body, not in follicles, they don't celebrate, they strategize. They act like someone else is the prize to make you doubt your own crown. It's not that she's prettier, it's that she's more manageable. You shook the room, and now they need damage control. So they downplay you while pushing the girl who's still gluing her wig with hope and Gorilla Glue. And that's the real game. Natural beauty exposes insecurity. Real, raw, no makeup, no lace, no angle beauty, that's a trigger. Because it can't be duplicated, bottled, or blended. It just is. And they are mad they can't rise to the occasion, so they try to lower the standard. That's why the woman they triangulate you against is also jealous of you. Give it a week. She's at the beauty supply store trying to glue your exact texture to her scalp while whispering, "This isn't about hair." Girl, yes it is. It always is. Because while a face can be beat, real hair can't be bought. They can pay for the inches, but they can't buy the bounce. They can get a curl pattern chart, but it won't grow out of their scalp. And that eats them alive like a bad relaxer on virgin roots. I once stood next to a woman who was stunning, but that lace was clinging to hope. We were reviewing photos, and I caught that scrawl, you know the one, that mixture of envy and panic when she realized I had everything she wanted, the face, the hair, the presence. And she knew that no amount of hot combs, bundles, or baggy lip filters could fake that. That's why they stay mad. That's why they want us to shut up about hair, because it reminds them of what they pay to pretend they have. And I'll never stop. They dropped $1,000 on bundles and still got outshined by genetics. Let's be clear, people are more comfortable around lack. When you walk in unfiltered, unfazed, and unbothered, with nothing missing, that's when the triangulation begins. That's when the insecure girl squad brings out the "my friend is fine too" anthem, except she wears a full helmet, has Photoshop on payroll, and got a filter subscription longer than her relationship. Translation, she's safe. She makes them feel less insecure about themselves when you're present. And the hair? Again, oh baby, I will always talk about it, because it's the crown they can't snatch. It's what makes the lace wearers itch. They'll say it's just hair, while spending rent money trying to mimic it. They'll say, you're obsessed, while gluing your texture to their own scalp. Because they're not only mad you're pretty, they're mad you're the blueprint. They're mad that you don't have to pay to exist how they're trying to look. So they flood the field with filters, lace fronts, and gaslighting. They create a fake standard they can survive in because real beauty exposes every lie they've ever told themselves. And that's the real problem. That's why they weaponize mediocrity and call it empowerment. That's why they try to silence stunners like us and call it humility. But make no mistake, it's psychological warfare wrapped in synthetic lace. And it doesn't work on me, because real beauty always comes out on top. And when you don't need effort to outshine them, no filter, no praise, and no editing trick can cover up how mad it makes them. So stay in that beauty supply aisle, sis. Stay in the bundles section. Stay doing scalp gymnastics to hide your reality. Because I'm not shrinking to make mid feel magical. I'm not downplaying to make lace lovers feel seen. You have survived another dose of unapologetic exotical content, where the lace gets fried, the strategy gets exposed, and the truth gets moisturized with a leave-in that ain't sold in stores. Stay glowing, stay knowing, stay unbothered, and stay ready. Because if you've got it all, don't you dare play small so they can feel tall. Let them squirm, let them scrawl, and let the follicles speak for themselves.